Hello guys, Brian the Floridian here. Today I'm in Ona, Florida, which is somewhere in the middle of nowhere between Bradenton and Arcadia. And I am at this cool roadside attraction I've been wanting to come to a while. And it is called Solomon's Castle. So anyway, little brief story about this place. This is Howard Solomon was a renowned artist who basically moved to Florida a number of years ago and decided to make a castle out of trash. So anyway, I wouldn't say it's all trash, but definitely a lot of materials that people threw away, including a bunch of old newspaper printing plates. But anyway, this castle has about 80 interpretive stained glass windows and plenty of metal sculptures around here, and also just pretty cool place. But anyway, let's go check it out. It's right behind me. Follow me. So anyway, you come through that gate right there and you have to pay for a ticket to tour the inside of the castle, but everything out here is free to look at. But only thing is they don't allow photography inside the castle, so I can't film inside. But let's take a look at the outside. And this is the first thing you come down from this road. The parking lot is this little sidewalk. And you got this concrete warhorse sculpture right here. And here is the front of the castle. And it is huge. The outside walls are made out of newspaper printing press from a newspaper, I believe, down the road, an old newspaper printing company down the road in Wakulla, Florida. So that's what this whole thing is made out on the outside. And then you have your stained glass windows right there. And there is the front of the castle right there. Little tower right there on top. So anyway, it goes kind of far back there and around the back here. And just look at the detail in this place. Is amazing. It's all metal. Even the roof is made out of metal. And I can't go back here, so anyway, let's go around this side over here. And what's interesting about this gentleman, he wanted to make a castle in Florida just for a project, and he also put a moat around the castle too, which I'll show you in a second here. There's some knights, a couple pseudo-armored knights in the front right there on both sides of the doorway. And there's a little cannon right there. And it is sunny here in Florida today, very, very warm. And that is pretty cool right there. Let's go take a look around the other side of this place here. And there's the stained glass windows up there, you can see right there. A lot of good detail on the stained glass windows. So 80 stained glass windows in this whole castle along the outside of it. There's some sitting booths, benches there if you want to just hang out and just sit there before the tour. All right. So anyway, there is an actual wooden ship that is part of the experience here. All right, let's go take a look around the back side of this. So I'm on the west side of the castle, and there's a little bit of artwork on the side of the walls here. Looks like some Viking stuff right here. An old sea village right there. And also, look at this cool looking gate fence right here. That's part of the cool looking sculptures you'll see around this castle right there. And they are just made out of what, I'm not really sure what they're made out of, but just made out of just, I guess, whatever Howard Solomon can find. And there's a little boardwalk behind the castle too. And like I said, there's a moat around this castle, which I'll show you. That's the back of the castle right there. So Howard Solomon actually had a lot of imagination building this castle. He even put a moat around it. There's part kind of overgrown right here, but you can see part of it right there. And this goes around where that ship I showed you at earlier is at right there. Alright, so the boat in the moat is right there, what I just showed you a minute ago. And this is the walkway up to the boat. And the interesting thing about the bathrooms are right here, behind the warhorse. Pretty cool theming here. Lords, bathing, and ladies. And they even have a handicap section here for accessible bathrooms here. Alright guys, here's the boat in the moat right there. And the moat is pretty low right now. But look at the cannon. Cannon's peeking out from the bottom of the ship here. And look at the stained glass windows here. Pretty impressive detail here. Let's see, I don't know what's in here, so. I believe there's a restaurant here. Oops.
You can come in.
Alright, so this is inside the boat here. It's an actual restaurant. Interesting artifacts right there. Oops. And there's a back to this boat right here. Another place to sit down and eat. Alright, another lighthouse back here. Pretty cool.
Somebody came and got your tag.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Here's the other side of the ship right there we just walked through. And there's a top right there too.
Obrigado.
Pretty cool.
Thank you very much. That's what that means.
I know that, but he's
And what roadside attraction wouldn't be complete without a gift shop, which is right here. So pretty cool place to sit down and eat, have lunch right here. Alright, just some interesting looking things here from the gift shop. Some Solomon Castle shirts you can purchase here. So definitely his home is his castle. So let's take a look over here. Alright, so anyway, let's go look on the other side of this ship again and take a look on the other side. Got some cannons right here outside the castle. And this is where you wait before the tour guide picks you up for the tour inside the castle. So that's where we're waiting right now for. And these are pretty cool looking sculptures all around here. Lots of nice greenery here. Hello guys, I just did that tour in the castle and it was pretty not phenomenal. So anyway, just me and the tour guide, and we just basically looked all through the castle on the first and second floor was just mostly all art sculptures that Howard Solomon pretty much did himself, and just pretty much made out of just materials that people just dropped off here on this property. So he really had to go back and look for junk because people brought it to him. But just phenomenal. I mean, I wasn't able to take any pictures in there or any videos, but definitely worth checking out. But also, one thing I didn't know was that he actually lived here in the castle too. So the second floor, he lived in the second floor, and lived there till his death back in 2016. So he passed away at 81 back in 2016. But anyway, let me show you more about the castle here. Follow me, guys. So anyway, guys, you walk through there, and there's an art. That's where you start the tour, and there's an art gallery that's actually in there. And down there is several things he made, that just basically all these sculptures he made, coat hanger sculptures, you name it, just everything that he made in there. And definitely the art was phenomenal to look at. The tour guide had like a lot of little pundits that she said that were pretty funny from just throughout the whole tour. But one thing I didn't notice was that he has this on the sidewalk right here. Howard Solomon put this on the sidewalk. I make stuff, Howard Solomon. And he, finding out from the tour, he actually made all of everything in his castle. The only thing he didn't make was the foundation and the trusses, but everything else he made, including all the things part of the, on the outside of the castle. He also built that whole ship himself and digged the moat by himself. And he was a small man too. I think he was I think they said he was 5'6", 100 pounds. But anyway, he lived right in here. This is where he lived, his living quarters right there. And believe it or not, you can stay here overnight. There's a place there to stay up there overnight. It's a little room, you can stay there. It's like kind of like a bed and breakfast. You have like a continental breakfast, high-speed internet. So I want to say it's $100. It's not too expensive to stay here, but it's pretty much booked all throughout the whole year. So it's hard to get a room in that place up there. But pretty cool to stay in the castle overnight. So outside of here is all the stained glass windows, and from finding out from the tour is that he actually made these by hand himself. So this man was not able to sit still. He was a very busybody, so he probably only slept maybe 2 hours a night, because he was completely busy with making stuff all the time. And that is the little speaking tower right there. But each stained glass window has a theme, I believe. There's this different planets right there. Different little themes right there. There's a clock right there. A little bit of a old-fashioned, looks like an old-fashioned girl right there. Alright, so let's go take a look on this trail right here. So here's the back side of the castle, and that's where you would stay overnight if you want to stay here. But anyway, the food in the restaurant looks amazing. It's right over there, so I definitely want to check this place out when I come back for lunch. And let's take a look down here. This wraps around to the parking lot. Pretty amazing place. Alright, here's the trail that goes to the parking lot. Over a little bridge over one of the parts of the moat right here. Probably one of the bridges that he made. Mr. Howard Solomon here. And it's just really quiet out here. Very peaceful out here on the trail around the castle. Looks like you have a little bit of old Florida out here. So anyway, this is the information about the tour when you come to Solomon's Castle. They have a traditional castle tour and a Howard's Encore, which I didn't do today, but has additional artwork. It's like trains, planes, balloons, and just a bunch of his artwork and life's work there too. So next time I'll have to try that out and check that out. Alright guys, this is the end of my video of the tour of Solomon's Castle. Check it out. Check out the website. It's a pretty cool and interesting website. They're open, I want to say 6 days a week. You know, I want to say 6 days a week. I'm not completely sure, but definitely check it out. Howard Solomon was an interesting fella, and he built that castle back there, and lots of cool things inside of it. But pretty cool. Definitely check them out. And if you like this video, hit subscribe, like, and I will see you guys later. Take care.